Good morning. This is Tarot by Makané and Anastasia. And Anastasia here is purring very loudly. Yes, you are. She would like to pick a card for us, I think. Yeah, pick one. Which one? Yeah. You not feeling it? She says you need to clean up. You need to clean up your act. Okay, pick one. Show us. Show us. Show us. Give us your wisdom. Please. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. All right. Today is about beginnings and endings. We're focusing on the energy of the full moon. Ooh, what do you think? That one? Do you like that one? Do you like this one? I think that's got her approval. Any more? One over here. Beginnings and endings. We got a few here hiding. What do you think? What do you think? Do this one. More to the right. More to the right. This one. Okay, that's the one. Show us. Do you like this one? Oh yeah, she likes it. Alright. One more? You wanna pick the last one? Pick the last one, B. You pick one. Tell me. Which one? Yeah, pick one. Do you like this one? Do you like this one? Okay. She likes it. Beginnings and endings. Self-worth and self-esteem. I honor myself by doing things that please me, not only those that please others. I am empowered as I release the need to live up to other people's unrealistic expectations of me. When I respect and approve of myself, others will naturally do the same. Yes, do you agree with that? It doesn't matter what they think, it matters what you think of you. I teach others how to treat and respect me by how I treat and respect myself. I know I am worthy of love and respect. The boundaries I create with others acknowledge my self-worth. So this is about letting go of the need to please, of the need to be caught in a sense of like unrealistic expectation of only living to please another person and only finding respect through external sources. Yeah, we don't need that, do we? No, we don't need that. Serious bath time over here. All right, instinct, base chakra. I trust that my instincts are correct, and I let my natural intuitive feelings guide me forwards. I will know what I need to do and how to respond with my wisdom to situations that come my way. I have an innate desire to be of service in life. As I tap into this feeling, I will know what service I am called to do. I believe in myself. This is about tapping into that root chakra energy. When we're really grounded, when we're really centered, when we're coming from our completeness in our basal chakra, that's about like the primal needs. We're feeling that we can take care of ourselves. We're feeling a sense of independence. We're feeling a sense of safety. So creating that first and foremost helps us get in touch with our own instincts. And we must follow our instincts to find that safety. So if you're feeling like instinctually the situation might be bad, that gut feeling, it's important to listen to that to help create and sustain your safety. Inner harmony. I trust my innate wisdom and I respond accordingly. I do not allow my mind to create doubt or to override my strong gut feelings. I accept and express my feelings while accepting the feelings of others. I am at peace with myself and those around me, and I do not harbor unrealistic expectation of myself and others. Sound familiar? I release the need to control others. So those unrealistic expectations, sometimes we also put them on other people. My personal power is free from ego and from any desire to manipulate or exploit situations or people. The foundation of all my thoughts and actions is trust in myself. Well, sometimes we have a sense that our innate wisdom comes easily, and sometimes we have a sense that it's blocked somehow. So do not let your mind create doubt. And do not need to override anything. Like when you're getting a strong intuition, it's not like time to talk yourself out of it. It's time to just center in and just really like honor, like say like, wow, if I'm really having this feeling, it must mean something important. And maybe even though I don't fully understand it, I can honor that. I can give space for a greater understanding to come through later. My intellect doesn't need to be in charge all the time. I can also allow my feelings and intuition to lead and guide me. And that's part of how we become at peace with ourselves and those around us. So trusting that other people are going to have their own wisdom and their own needs. And it may not make sense to us, but sometimes we have to make space for that. And also sometimes we need to know when someone's being ridiculous and something is like stepping in a realm of boundary. It's like that sense of like feeling like hot and irritated and frustrated, like a sense of like heat rising to the top of our head. So I was talking to a girlfriend about this a while back, about like feeling almost like hot knives stabbing into the top of your head. Like that's what it feels like to feel like your boundaries are being really stepped on, really brutalized. So sometimes we don't even know what these feelings are, and it's hard to identify them. But once we name them, they can bring more clarity. And then we get to rest in our own personal power, free from ego, free from any desire, free from exploitation, understanding that that need to exploit or manipulate is usually coming from a sense of desperation, like I have to get this person's approval or acceptance, or I have to get this sense of safety from blah blah blah, I have to control the situation somehow. Like we need to learn when to let go of these have tos and just start to like harbor a sense of peace. And even if I feel lonely, that's okay. Like I can enjoy the loneliness within myself. That like solitude is different than loneliness, right? Like when I start to choose to enjoy my time with myself, I find more peace. My personal power is free from ego. So ego is like, I like to think of it as like our self-protective mechanism. It's not always bad, but it usually comes into play really readily around times of like when we're experiencing trauma or when we're experiencing a sense of like being under attack, like a sense of like vulnerability. It can come from our own insecurity. It can come from a situation that is presenting itself to be unstable. So like how to gain that sense of inner stability is often to just remember that our intuition, our higher sense of wisdom, is the one that needs to be in charge. Like our ego doesn't know everything, and it may be grasping at a way to be in control, and we may feel really attached to that idea. Like once the ego takes the reins, it's really hard to let go. So like I like to think of this quote by Shanti Deva, who wrote about Buddhist wisdom a long time ago. The book is called The Way of the Bodhisattva. And a bodhisattva is someone who gives their life to making the world a kinder, more peaceful place, like through honoring love and wisdom and respect of the ages of the Buddhas that came before. And we're not all, quite in that place, but like there's still wisdom to be gained from these teachings. Like one of them is when you feel anger flying, like coming into your heart, like just think of it like a fire coming to a thatched roof. Like sometimes the very thing that is like attaching itself to us is actually gonna like make the situation worse. So like we can still set our boundaries, so we don't have to fly off the handle. So when we feel that sense of anger, thinking of straw on a thatched roof, thinking of little flickers and flames coming at it, like how can I healthfully divert this energy? How can I put it into something that's an outlet that is safe? And also, how can I set my boundaries? Like just being really clear and being really kind, like coming from our heart. Like I want the best for you and me, and I want the best for our relationship, which is why I'm asking for this. And you just state it. So letting other people know that where you're coming from is not from a place of ego, of just purely like, I want to get what I want. I need this to feel safe, and screw you. It's like I want the best for everyone here. So when we can speak from our heart, we're gonna get more traction. And this solar plexus chakra is all about our sense of personal power. So when you can see yourself through the eyes of someone who has power, through the eyes of someone who has the love they need, who has the security they need, the stability they need, like if you can remind yourself that you're all good, that what you have going on is fine and is unfuckable with, unmessable with, then you're actually at home in your power. So reminding yourself that you have a resource of inner harmony, you get to tap into it. You don't have to buy into the ego's stories about insecurity or feeling like we need to have control. And the best way to have control is to just like be in control of our own emotions, right? Like having a way to be in check and also to assert what we need and project out the sense of power that isn't fake, but like from a real place of like, I value myself. I value my sense of safety. Like sometimes it just has to be stated really clearly. Or I value communication. I value balanced communication. I value equality. And just stating what we value and leaning into that and leaning into why that's important. And that will help us to stay out of the kind of like sense of like embitteredness or sense of like needing to like battle and like always have our own side be heard, because like when we can express that what we're desiring is in the benefit of everyone, who doesn't want to listen to that, right? So there's nothing to force or control. So it's all about personal power, personal strength, personal security, inner harmony. I hope today is full of worthiness, self-esteem, instinct, inner harmony, and know that you get to create that, and that is what you're calling yourself. Believe in yourself, acknowledge your self-worth, and take actions, and allow your thoughts to align in trust with yourself. And all will be well, so say Anastasia. Right?